I remember we were supposed to travel like tomorrow. Tonight she came to my father and she said that it's a season of planting. Why do you leave your farm and you struggle with this boy? That was 2015. I gave up from being a learner or to transit to secondary school because of that challenge. I was alone from my county that time. We went to Mount Kenya University. What if 5 of them went to Mount Kenya University? That will change a lot of it. So the best way you can help you, they'll just hold your hand, take you to the market and beg. And then the society starts blaming. The beggars are becoming many. Who made those beggars? Beggars the society. My name is Abdiladif Adan. I am a teacher at Mandera Special School for the blind. The work of teaching has not come to me on a silver plate. I have started as a young boy. I was born in Rhamu many years back. Then before I lost my sight, I was using a pen. Then after I lost my sight, I was being admitted to Dawa School, which is my former school, Dawa Primary School in Mandera. Then I did my KCPE there. Then after I finished my KCPE, I went to VK School for the blind. Main reason being, I will tell at the end. Then after Mandera VK School for the blind, I finished it. Then I went to Mount Kenya University to study course in special need education, a bachelor's degree in special need education. And today I am a teacher in Mandera Special School. Being a visually impaired person, I faced a lot of challenges and obstacles. But all in all, the first challenge was when I was finished my class 8 in the year 2014. There was no a secondary school for visually impaired people like me. We had a primary school which was at that time was not a fully SNE school, it was an integrated school. Unlike our school today, it was a unit, it had only a unit for visually impaired. Through the help of my teacher, who is now my head teacher, Mr. Barre, I was able to finish my class 8. But the challenge came after I finished class 8 to a secondary school that I will go. As I said, in Mandera County, there was no secondary school for people with visual impairment. Then I faced challenges for going to that school. I got admission, but because of some challenges, family background, plus also climatic challenges, plus also the distance, I was unable to join it. I remember my father telling me that completely drop out from school and then start Duksi to learn Quran. But that was 2015. I gave up from being a learner or to transit to secondary school because of that challenge. Then, Alhamdulillah, with the help of KCB Foundation, who are my sponsors, I got a scholarship to go and study my education, which is a secondary level. After I finished secondary level, then came another challenge because in a secondary level, at first point we are in Dhika, the environment was not friendly. When I was in Form 1, the environment was not friendly. Remember, I am from Mandera, an arid area, desert, semi-desert area. But when you go to Dhika, the climate will be different. I remember when we were in Form 1, in the year 2015, we were the people from northern region, we were almost around 10 there. But the people who finished Form 4, we were only 6 of us. The reason being, the first reason was the issue of religion, because the school was purely Christian school. And then the other reason being the reason about climate and also transport. Imagine a visually impaired person moving from here to Nairobi. You need someone who will guide you. You must be accompanied by someone, either parents or a guardian. And then some parents or some guardians were unable to do that. Some of my friends, my classmates, dropped out of secondary school because of those reasons, like a distance. I remember one from Wajir. When he was unable to come for almost a year, when we came to Form 2, I have called him. He told me that, Abdi, I cannot come because sina mtu kunipeleka huko. I don't have anyone who to take me there because my parents are looking after they are herders, they are looking after the animal. But alhamdulillah, for my case, I had a supportive father, and also a mother, and also a teacher, my mentor, Mr. Barre, who is now my head teacher, who helped me a lot with collaboration with my parent. I was able to finish class Form 4 in the year 2018. Alhamdulillah, then I got a university grade. I was being called to Mount Kenya University to study a course in social work and administration. But when I reached there, I thought to myself, if you face that challenge, 2014 and 2015, what if the learner who will come 5 years time or 3 years time or 10 years time? Then I changed to education. I changed from my passion being a social worker. I changed to education. The main reason being I was inspired by my teacher, Mr. Barre, who has helped me. And then I promised that if he who can see helped me like this person who cannot see, what about me? I will not see. Then I am ready to help our future generation who are visually impaired to better their life. That is how I found myself in teaching. Being a teacher, the challenges are many, including about the challenges of electricity. Now mostly we use a laptop. I use a laptop. I cannot teach without a laptop. But in this school we don't have. We rely on solar panels. So that was the main challenge that I had as a teacher. The other challenge being as a teacher is how to deliver the content, because learners, most of them are visually impaired. Then you find I teach science. I believe that nothing can limit someone. I teach science. So there's sometimes that a learner cannot see a diagram. It's a diagram that you need to explain. Then a learner cannot understand how to explain it. And then we don't have a real object. Sometimes these are not locally available to teach them. But alhamdulillah, we are doing our best to make them to change their life as we have been helped to change our life. Disability is not something it's not a barrier. Disability is not a barrier, it's how you take it. Everybody has a special needs. Even those who can see or those who can hear, they have a special need. But the degree of this need is different. So a person who is totally impaired, and a person who is a low vision, and a person who can see, all of them, they have a need. But the need is different. And I believe that provided the necessary support, as it happened in my life, provided the necessary support from the family, from the teachers, from the society, those people who are visually impaired, they can do better than people who can see. Because at first point, remember, if a door closes, another door will open. So for those people who are visually impaired, they know that I cannot do some hard work activity. For example, that person who can see, when he drop out of a school, he can be a plumber. It's okay with it. He can be a constructor. He can be a driver. But someone who is visually impaired, I believe that only things that can change his life is the pen and his braille machine. If that person get the necessary support and necessary requirement and necessary environment or friendly environment, they can change their life. I've started my teaching last year, January. I started teaching because I graduated 2024, 2025. I graduated 2023 August, and then I got employed 2025 January by Teacher Service Commission. As I've been a young teacher, I see teaching is a noble course and also a very enjoyable course because we are dealing with a learner. Your specimen are the learners. So teaching depends on how you take it. Although there are challenges, I believe there are challenges. Especially in case of our school. Our school is a totally special school. We don't have some equipments. We don't have, as I said earlier, we don't have some materials that are needed by learners with visual impaired to learn, especially in the case of math and sciences. What makes community is me and you, or I and you. The community, in our community, they are a bit discriminative, And when I was in primary school, I faced a lot of challenges from the society, especially people who are close, my relative. I remember, sorry to say, I remember one of my relatives telling my father, why are you struggling with this man? You cannot help you. Those who can see they are unemployed. They are just there after finishing Form 4. Why do you struggle with this one? Why are you not concentrating with others? Why are you? Because my father was really struggling with me. He was taking me for every holiday. He was taking me from here to school, coming back. You can imagine that cost. So then that aunt of mine, I remember we were supposed to travel like tomorrow. Tonight she came to my father and she said that it's a season of planting. Why do you leave your farm and you struggle with this boy? So the society is a little bit discriminative, but what can change the perception of the society is how we can help those people. I believe that today, no one thinks that I am blind. Nobody thinks that I am blind unless you see me or doing something. But if I have been told by he's a teacher, you cannot say he's a blind, because there's no difference between me and my colleague teachers who can see. But the society needs to be sensitized, believing that those people who are visually impaired or those who are deaf or those who have a different kind of special need, they are part of the society. Discriminating them will not help the society. But if we help them, we support them, we provide them the necessary materials they need, even the society will grow up. But imagine, just an example. In Mandera, we have 1,000 people who are visually impaired. All of that, they have never went to school. They were in home when they are very young. Then all of them, 100 of them reached at the age of 20, or their parent died. Who will take care of them? They will go to home. They will go to market begging. And then the people will say that those people are beggars. Who made those people beggars then? Society. If they were educated when they are young, they will not begging. They are not be begging. So my best advice to the society is that let us help the people who are visually impaired so that they can change the society and also themselves. Because if you educate them, they become dependent from you. But if you never educate them, you hide them in the house. As most of our community, especially our people in Mandera County and Wajir and Garissa, they hide those people when they're young. And when they reach at the age of 20, then the mother, she becomes old, or the father become old. They cannot take care of that person. Who will take care of them? No one. Their brothers cannot take care of them. Your brother cannot take care of you when you become old because you are blind or you are physically disabled or you are deaf. So the best way you can help you, they'll just hold your hand, take you to the market and beg. And then the society starts blaming. The beggars are becoming many. Who made those beggars? Beggars, the society. So my best advice to society is that let us give the people who are visually impaired the best support, which is education. Let us take those kids who are in the house, come to talk to the school. We have a good school here, which is Mandera Special School for the Blind. In Wajir, we have Catholic. In Garissa, we have also the same school. So whenever my voice reaches you, and you know Alana, who is a visually impaired in Wajir, Mandera, Garissa, Marsabit, and the Cielo, those are our 5 counties. Please take them to the nearest chief, so that chief or nearest hospital, they can advise you to take. For me, to find myself in Dawa School for the Blind, the Dawa Integrated Primary School, that advice come from Kikuyuni, a doctor who is in Kikuyuni Hospital. Imagine a doctor who is in Kikuyuni I unit can help me find a school in Mandera. What about those doctors in Mandera? When you take them, they will help you, they will guide you where you take those learners. So my best advice to society is that let us educate people who are visually impaired so that they can change themselves and the society and they become independent instead of becoming burden at old age to the society. For me as a teacher, I use a laptop to teach and also sometimes my phone because there are something that need a video or learners want to see, who can see. We have different learners in our class, learners who are totally blind, learners who are low vision, and learners who have a bit of sight. So sometimes, mostly I use laptop. I magnify for them my laptop. I enlarge them what I teach. I display from the laptop, so they can write as I dictate for them. And then those who are visually impaired, they use a braille machine and also Obit reader. They can take note as I dictate for them. Those who are visually impaired, I read for them word by word and also spell for them word by word. So we are, as the teachers in the special school and those in regular, we are different. Because those irregular, a teacher can go to the blackboard and just fill the blackboard and then explain for them and then sit down. But in our case, you have to read word by word all of the content that you want to cover in that lesson. You read to them word by word. And then where in the spelling, you have to spell for them. Yeah. Then the challenges are many because these learners cannot see. So they depend, 99% they depend on the teacher. And then the rest we have, the class, they are very supportive, or they help each other sometimes. I want to be a mentor. My main reason to do education was to help learners with visual impaired. I did a bachelor's degree in special need education, secondary option. Now I am a junior school teacher. I teach Mandera Special School for blind junior section. So my main aim is that to see people who are, to eradicate that belief that people who are visually impaired cannot do something. Their aim is to be supported when they're young and then become dependent when they are old. We want to eradicate that vision to make our society believe that people who are visually impaired, they can do something. In 5 years' time, those who are now grade 7, in 5 years' time, they will go to university. When they graduate, they will change the society. I was alone from my county that time. We went to Mount Kenya University. What if 5 of them went to Mount Kenya University? That will change a lot of it. So I want to see a society free of discrimination, free of burden people.